How's it going, guys? Today I want to answer a question from a new subscriber. Let's go.
Subscribe now.
So I had a question from Daniel, and this is what he said. Great video. Subscribe when I saw you on Mark's channel. Mark is my buddy from Every Man Has a Story. Make sure and check out his channel and subscribe. He said, I subscribed when I saw you on Mark's channel. Hope you don't mind me asking, do you think it's a good idea to do a restaurant? So, great question, Daniel. Do I think it's a good idea to do a restaurant? So, Purple Cow was my original business in California. It's a digital marketing agency. Opened up the Philippines branch of Purple Cow in 2019. Here we're a business process outsourcing agency, or BPO, doing outsourced work for clients, dedicated employees, outsourced marketing team, things like that. And then I moved over here in beginning of 2020, about a month before the pandemic. And how the restaurant came about is when we were locked down under pretty strict conditions here in the Philippines at the beginning of the pandemic. We got a bit bored, and there was a space that opened in the lobby of the high-rise where we were, and we decided, hey, what do we got better to do than open up a restaurant? However, that wasn't our first idea for a business. We really were thinking about what would be an additional type of business that we could open. And there was a lot of different ideas that we looked at that we thought were, in fact, bad ideas. You know, like laundromats, hair salon, you know, different things like that. What else does a bald guy want but a hair salon? We looked at that. And that was maybe an okay idea. Massage places, a lot of common things people first think of when coming out to the Philippines we thought of. But to us, a restaurant was the idea that we went with. But back to Daniel's question, and that's about, do I think a restaurant is a good business idea? See, for me, that is a really understandable question. And I think to have a good business idea is a good thing. But this is what I think people don't realize. Business ideas are the easiest part, the funnest part, the most simple part you will ever have about a business. So having a good idea for a business is kind of the easy part. You know, for me, I honestly have different business ideas every day, and the ones that kind of stick in my head that don't go away, I put them in some software that I have where I keep track of the ideas, and I just keep kind of writing out notes about, you know, if I did this, what would a marketing plan look like, or what would a sales plan look like, or how would I get the best suppliers? So I'll start to kind of flesh out the ideas, mostly long before I'll ever open up a business. But when it comes to this whole thing of ideas, ideas are so cheap. People have ideas every single day, and mostly people don't act on those ideas. So, you know, what makes something a good idea or bad idea, you know, in part is whether or not you act on it and make it happen. So when it comes to having a good business idea, I think that there are some things that are really far more actionable that make a business a good idea or a bad idea. And this is basically how I responded to Daniel in his question. And that is, a good business idea is one that has really just very common, well-tested, worn business principles. For example, a business is a good idea if there's a good product market fit. You know, so in other words, there's a product or service that you're going to offer, and then there's a market, a group of people that are going to take out their wallets and hand you over some cash, credit card, debit card, Bitcoin, whatever you want to take money in. If that's the case, yes, it's a good business idea. It's a good business idea if you have a good marketing plan to back it up. It's a good business idea if you have a good sales strategy to make it happen. It's a good business idea if you have a good finance plan to make sure everything's tracked, money's not going out the back door, there's good profit margins. It's a good business idea if all of these basic business ideas. But this is what you're going to find. You can have the best idea, the best plans, and a business is still going to slap you in the face because that's what businesses do. It's like when you're a parent, if you've had kids, your kid is going to throw up on your face. They're going to pee on you when you try to change their diaper. They're going to do a lot of things that are not pretty. They're going to break your heart. At times in life, they're going to say, I hate you, and run out the door. You know, being a parent and being a parent of a business is not pretty. But there's so much beauty. There's so much joy in it. But the idea, this is really what I want you to see. That's the easy part. So make sure that if you have a good business idea, that is something that you realize is like just the cheap part. It's kind of like if you're going to have a kid, what's the easiest part and the most fun about having a kid? Making the kid, right? Same thing with the business. The best part about having a business is like the idea, thinking of a name, dreaming about how rich you're going to be, all the stuff that doesn't cost you anything, that doesn't make you sweat, that doesn't keep you up at night with anxiety, but the real business is going to do all those dirty things to you and more. So come up with a good business idea. Make sure you have a great plan, but also make sure that you have the grit to stick through that business when you don't know how you're going to make payroll, when you don't know how to find your next customer, when you have when a pandemic comes that you didn't expect. Make sure that if you start a business that you realize the idea is the very easy part and you're going to put all the work into everything else that goes to making it all happen. If you have a business, let me know what you think. And as always, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch and have a great day.